Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to today's class. So today's class we are gonna be focusing on the muscles around the waist area, okay? So we are gonna be doing exercises to strengthen, lengthen and stretching those muscles that allow us to rotate and twist the spine, okay? So we're gonna start sitting. So for the new participants especially, make sure if you need to adapt the exercises, please do so. It's a gentle class, but just work at your own pace, level, and ability. Okay, I give options, modifications, and variations so you can always adapt to them. And if something doesn't feel right for you or your body, just don't do it. Okay, so we're going to start sitting today. So find a comfortable position. You can be in this position or you can sit. If it's comfortable for you, just find a cross-leg position, okay? You can always use a block or a cushion to feel more comfortable, to allow your spine to lengthen, okay? And if having your legs crossed is not good for you, I know some of you, this is quite hard for you, find a different position, okay? You can have your legs slightly straight, find a position that is more comfortable. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to take a few moments just to settle and to ground ourselves. So you can close your eyes. Just tune into your breathing. Just take a few moments here to settle, to relax. Just breathe in and out through the mouth at the moment. Just feel yourself grounded. Feel your sitting bones in contact with the floor. Your feet or your legs. We're going to start to lengthen the spine. And you can imagine a golden thread that is pulling you up from the crown of the head all the way up towards the ceiling. Just lengthening your spine. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. And bring the awareness back to your breathing. So inhale deeply through the nose. And this time exhale deeply through the mouth. And feel how your body expands on the inhalation and relaxes and contracts with the exhalation. And just with each exhalation, allow any tension on your body, any tension that you may be holding to go. Lovely. Okay, now we're gonna place the arms by the sides. You're gonna take your right arm up, you're gonna float it up, breathe in. And with the breathe out, we're gonna slide the left arm along the floor, bending the elbow slightly and bending the spine. Okay, so breathe in as you float your arms and breathe out as you bend and go into the other side. Okay, so breathe in, floating your arms, bending the elbow, lovely. Breathe in and breathe out to the other side. Okay, breathe in. That's good. Lovely. This time we're gonna hold the position. We're gonna float the arms, slide, bend the elbow. If you can drop the elbow down on the mat, that's great. Otherwise, keep it where it is. Okay. And then take your gaze down towards the floor, and take your gaze up towards the ceiling. So gaze down to the floor, and gaze up to the ceiling. And one more time. So just warming up your cervical spine, your neck. And back to center. We're gonna go to the other side. Okay, so float. And when you're ready, take your gaze up towards the ceiling and down towards the floor. And one more time. Okay, that's lovely. And take it back. So we float the arm up again. Breathe in, breathe out. Side bend. And this time we're gonna take the arm across and over the knee. And we're gonna take the gaze down and drop the head down, stretching there. Good. And now we're going to start to go around in a circle to the other side. So we find our side bend. And then we stretch across the left knee. And we go into the other side. Side bend. And across and over your knee. And same on the other side. Open up and stretch. Now we're going to go to the middle, to the center, straighten there. And then we're going to unroll the spine, take the spine back. Okay, lovely. So with your right arm, you're going to take your right arm up and circle, twisting the spine. And you're going to take your hands on top of the knee and twist there, stretch. Keep breathing. Good. Release your left arm and circle your right arm back. And we're going to do the same with the other arm, okay? So we circle back. And then we place our right hand on top of the left knee. Twisting the spine. Okay, release and circle your arm back. Okay, lovely. And now we're going to place the hands behind the back. Just behind. We're going to take the chest up towards the ceiling. Extending the spine. Opening the chest. And then gently release. Okay, lovely. So we're going to lie on one side now. So this is going to be the starting position. Knees are going to be making a 90-degree angle. So knees right in front of the hips and ankles in alignment with your knees. Again, and you can have your arm. Let's place both arms one on top of the other at the moment. And then the arm that is on top, you're going to take it by the head and then you're going to place your hand on your ear, okay? And rest the head down. So your ear is resting on top of your hands. That's it, good. So from here, we take a deep breath in and on the breath out, we're going to start to lift the head up. Lift the head up. And then you release the head down. Okay, so on the out breath, you lift your head up and you lift the head up, you take your hip towards the head. Okay, and then release. So head up and hip towards your head. And then release. Okay, head up, hip to head. That's it. And then release here. Okay, and if you want to work a bit harder, as you take your hip towards the head, you can lift, just keeping the knees together, just lift the leg up. And then you release that. Okay, so the out breath. And release. Okay. That's lovely. And just one more time. And then release. Okay, keep the head down. Place the arm hand on top of the hands here in front of the shoulders. And now with your top hand, you're going to start to slide the hand along over the other hand and reach forwards. Reach, 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 reach. And then take the hand back home. And again, slide and reach forwards. And slide it back home. Good. And slide and reach forwards. And back home. And one more time. And back home. And this time, we're going to take the shoulder back, keeping the elbow, the arm straight, okay, shortening, and then take the hand back home. So you take the shoulder back, keeping the arm straight, and back home. Okay, and back home. One more time. Sliding back, shoulder back, and take it back home. Okay, lovely. So from here, you're gonna extend the top arm over the head and you're gonna stretch the top leg. Okay, And from here, we're gonna roll on our backs. Okay, so roll on your back. So one bend is leg, the one that was bent is bent, and the other leg, the other is straight. Okay, so the arm that is over the head is straight. You're gonna bend it, and you're gonna grab the wrist with the other hand. Okay. And on the out breath, you're gonna pull slightly the waist and the wrist and slide your head and body towards one side. So you shorten one side of the body and you lengthen the other side and then release. Yes, on the out breath, you shorten one side and you lengthen the other side and gently release. Breathe out and gently release. And one more time this way. And gently release. Lovely. We're gonna place, release the hand that is holding the wrist straight, and the other hand is gonna be behind the head. Yeah, so from this position, on the out breath, we're gonna take the shoulder towards the opposite knee, and then we release, okay? So you can keep the foot down, the leg down, or you can take the knee up towards to tabletop position at the same time, okay? That's the variations. On the out breath, shoulder to knee, so you can keep the foot down or knee up to tabletop. That's lovely, and carry on. We're gonna do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, lovely. So extend the arm over the head again. We're gonna roll on the other side. Okay, we're gonna find the position. So bending the legs, place both arms in front of the shoulders, one hand on top of the other at the moment. And then the arm that is on top, take it over the head and hold the head so your ear is resting on your hands. Okay, so when you're ready on the out breath, start to take your head up. Maybe your hip comes towards the head and then release. Okay, so head up, hip towards the head and release. Exhale. And breathe in, release. Breathe out. And breathe into release. Maybe you can lift the knee up at the same time, keeping your knees together. We do one more time. That's lovely. Okay. So place one hand on top of the other. And this time we're gonna slide hand over the other hand and reach forward with your fingers, stretching your shoulder blades, and take the hand back home. And reach. And take it back home. Good. And reach. And take it back home. One more time. Reach. And take it back home. And this time we take the shoulder back, keeping the arm straight, just shortening the arm. And again, take it back and back home. 2 more times. Take the shoulder back and back home. Last one. And back home. Okay, lovely. Now you take the arm over the head, extend the top leg, and we're gonna roll on our backs. That's it, it's rolling. So one arm and one leg are straight, the other arm is bent, okay? So bend the arm that is straight, bend it over the head, and take hold of your wrist with the other hand. Okay, so from here, we're gonna start pulling slightly the wrist and sliding the body in that direction, and then slide it back. So pull the wrist with your hands and slide the body in that direction. So you feel one side of your body lengthening, the other side tightening. And one more time. and release. Okay, lovely. So now extend the arm, the hand that is taking hold of the wrist, and place the other hand behind the head. And on the out breath, we're gonna take that shoulder towards the opposite knee, the knee that is bent, and then release, breathe in, and breathe out. You can keep the foot down on the floor, or you can take your knee, leg up to your tabletop position, and then release. Lovely, we do 4 more. So 4, 3, use the out breath, 2, and last one. And 1, okay, lovely, and then release. We're gonna extend the arms by the side, bend the legs. We're gonna get the feet together, legs together. Make sure your arms are in alignment with the shoulders. Okay, we're gonna prepare for our side rolls. So on the out breath, we're gonna take the legs towards one side and lift the pelvis, okay? See, just go as far as you can, keep your shoulders down, and then activate your side, the sides of your body, your abs, to take your legs back to center, okay? And we do the same on the other side, taking the knees to the other side and activating your center, your abs, to take the legs back, okay? And again. That's lovely. If you want to work slightly harder, you can take your legs up to your tabletop. And let's do the same thing here. So taking your legs towards one side, only as far as you can keep your shoulders down. And then you can use your abs to come back to center. So try to get your legs together and also activate your inner thighs as you take your legs back to center. Going to the sides, shoulders on the floor. Feel the muscles on the sides of the abdominals and the other side, activating them and take them back to center. Okay, that's lovely. And then we're gonna release them down. Okay, so we're gonna place the hands behind the heads now. We're gonna prepare for some curl-ups. So on the out breath, we're going to start lifting the head off the floor for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll release down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and release. On the out breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, and release down 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. So on the out breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, and release 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time here. And release down. This time we're gonna come up. We're gonna hold the position up. Yes, you come up, you hold it, and keeping the position upright up here. You're gonna take one shoulder towards one side, center, and the other shoulder to the other side, and center. Okay, so shoulder to knee, center, and shoulder to knee, and center. 2 more times on each side. Shoulder to knee, center, shoulder to knee, center. On the out breath is when you take the shoulder, not the elbow. Shoulder to knee, and center, and release all the way down. Okay, you keep the hands where they are, okay? So you can keep them clasped, so you can have one hand on top of the other. That's what is more comfortable for you. So now we're gonna do a combination of side rolls and curl up, okay? So you can keep your feet down on the floor, or if you want to work a bit harder, take your legs up to your tabletop, so your knees are over the hips, okay? So take a deep breathing here. And this time on the out breath, we're gonna take the legs to the right. And again, only as far down as you can keep your shoulders in contact with the floor. And then use your abs to take the legs back. And then we go to the other side, on the out breath. Shoulders in contact with the floor. And take the legs back. And this time, on the out breath, we're gonna lift the head off the floor as you curl up. Maybe for more challenge, extend your legs out. And then release. breathe in. On the breath out, take the legs to the right again. Shoulders in contact with the floor. And center. And going to the left. On the out breath. And breathe into center. And on the out breath, head off the floor as you curl up. Maybe extending your legs way. And take them back to center. Okay, we do 2 more times on each side. So right, center, left, keep your shoulders down, center, head off the floor, curl up, maybe extend your legs. And one more time. Right, center, left, center, and curl up. Hold the position there, okay? So your knees can be bent or extended. If for more challenge, you're gonna take your arms out one at a time, and in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, pumping your hands, synchronizing the pumping with the breathing. So you can lower the legs if you want more challenge, work a bit harder there. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. In 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Have your knees on the chest. Lovely. Squeeze the knees on the chest. Release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. And squeeze, release. Lovely. Hands behind the thighs. We're gonna roll up to sit. Okay. So from here, we're gonna start in this position, okay? And we're gonna have our hands together, shoulders down. So one option, if you want to take it easy, if you have lower back issues, you just tilt the pelvis slightly, but you keep your shoulders in the same line as the hips, okay? And then you're gonna take your hands towards one side and center, and then you take them to the other side, okay? And you carry on that. If you want to work slightly harder, you're gonna go farther down, okay? So you tilt the pelvis, you go slightly farther down. You can leave the toes if you need to. And from there, you carry on taking the hands to one side and center and taking them to the other side. And carry on your own pace, okay? Let's do one more time on each side. Well done, and from here, roll up to sit. Okay. Extend your legs, not too wide, and we're gonna place the hands down on the floor. Take a deep breath in, on the breath out, chin to the chest, and start to roll forwards. Imagine you are rolling over a beach ball. Want you to feel the stretch on your back. And then take a deep breath in, and breathe out as you restack the spine, okay? If it's hard for you to keep the legs straight, you bend them slightly, or you can sit on top of a block or a cushion. Again, on the out breath, start to roll, stretching, breathe in and breathe out to restack your spine. We do it one more time. Breathe in and breathe out, chin towards the chest. Feeling the stretch on your back, breathe in and breathe out as you restart your spine. Okay, lovely. We are gonna go on one side again. So when you're ready, this is gonna be the starting position now. So I'm gonna demonstrate the exercise. If at any point you feel that this is too much for you, you feel too wobbly, you can always come back to the exercise we did in the beginning, okay? You can always come back to this exercise. That's the modification. Otherwise, try to keep your legs straight and head resting on your arms if possible. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders are gonna stay one on top of the other, okay? So place your hand by your sides. And on the out breath, we're gonna start sliding the hands along the leg, okay? And bending the spine, and then you release. On the out breath, sliding the hand along the leg, bending the spine. and then you release. I'm gonna give you variations now. If you want to work a bit harder, you can take one leg up at the same time, or you can take both legs up at the same time. You choose, okay? You have options. You can keep your legs down, one leg up, or two legs up. And we're gonna do 4 more. 4, 3, that's good. 2, and last one. Okay, right. So from here, we are gonna take one leg up, and I'm gonna give you, this is the basic, one leg up, and then you're gonna take the arm over the head, reaching and lengthening away, and then you take the arm back and you lower the leg down, okay? If you want to work slightly harder, you take the top leg up, you take the bottom leg up, and then you take the arm up at the same time, lengthening away, and then arm goes back, and take both legs down together, okay? So 1 or 2 legs, 1 or 2 legs up, you choose, arm up and over, lengthening, and take it back, and take your legs back, 1 or 2, okay? And again, 1 or 2 legs, up and over, lengthening, reaching, take it back, and release down, okay? And again, 1 or 2 legs, great, lengthen, and take it back and release down. Lovely, 3 more times. And 2 more times. Lovely, last one. Lengthening, reaching, and taking the arm back. Fantastic, well done. Bend your legs, tap around your hips, lovely. Okay, now we're gonna roll on our front. We're gonna prepare for a plank, okay? So we're gonna do a low plank today. I'm gonna give you options. So elbows are gonna be below the shoulders. Option 1, beginner, so if you want to take it easy, just lift your pelvis up, activating your core, your center, and then you can drop down, breathe in, and breathe out to go back up again, okay? So just stay there. If you want to work slightly harder, you're gonna hold the position there. Okay, for those who want to work harder, tap your toes under, and you can lift 1, 2 knees off the floor and hold it there. We're gonna be just holding today. I want you to focus on your breathing as you hold. Just breathe deeply in through the nose, expanding your rib cage, and now through the mouth, your rib cage contracts. If you need to take a little break, you can do so, and then you come back to your plank. We're gonna take 2 more deep breaths. One more deep breath. Okay, drop the knees down, drop the pelvis down. We're gonna stretch here, keep the body up, chest up. You can keep your elbows down, okay? Or if you want to feel more the stretch, you're gonna straighten in the arms there. And breathe. And then release all the way down. Okay, make a pillow with your hands. Just rock your hips to release a bit of tension. And when you're ready, you're gonna roll on the other side. Okay, so rolling, resting the head on top of the body nice and long. Check that you can see your toes if you look down. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders stay one on top of the other. So when you're ready, sliding the hand along the leg, bending the spine on the out breath, and breathing to release. So breathe out, slide the hand, bending the spine. And variations, you can take one leg up as you do that, or you can take both legs up at the same time. And just carry on at your own pace. And the out breath is when you slide the hand and lift the spine. And we do one more time. Trying to keep the balance, trying to keep your hip on top of the hip, and then we release that. Okay, so this time we're gonna take one leg up, take the arm up and over, reaching, lengthening away, and then you take the arm back, and you take the leg back. Okay, if you want to work harder, top leg up, bottom leg up and over with your arm, and take it back, and release the legs down. Okay, so one or two legs up, activating your abs, the side of the body, side abs, and the abs, and then release that. Top, bottom, arm up and over, reach long, and take it back and release. Okay, we do 3 more. And we do 2 more. That's it, trying to keep the balance. Hip on top of the hip. Knees and ankles one on top of the other, and then release. Lovely. Take a, bend the legs up, wrap the hips if you need to. Take a little break. Lovely. And then when you're ready, we're gonna roll on our backs again. Okay, so back to your backs. And here, we're gonna prepare for a single leg stretch, okay? So we're gonna take both knees to the chest, okay? And we're gonna lift the head off the floor, hands on your shin bones, and lift the head off the floor. So your forehead is close to your knees, okay? And try to keep chin towards the chest and the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. So we're gonna extend the left leg and keep the right knee bent, breathe in, and on the breathe out, we're gonna switch legs, okay? And switch, and switch. So if your neck hurts at any time, you can just release the head down, okay? Keep the head down if your neck is hurting. You can rest the head always on top of a cushion, pillow. That's lovely. On the next one, you're gonna keep your right knee in again, left leg straight. Then you're gonna place your hands behind the head, okay? And you're gonna take your left shoulder towards the right knee and release. And left shoulder towards the right knee and release. Left shoulder towards the right knee. Release and shoulder to knee and release. Switch legs. And now right shoulder towards the left knee and release. Release, shoulder to knee, release, and shoulder to knee, and release. Take a little break here, okay? Knees on the chest, good. Rock. Okay, so you can keep your legs in a tabletop position here, or you can keep them slightly closer to your chest if you have lower back issues, or to work harder, you're gonna have your legs straight, okay? So I want you to focus on activating your abs, your core muscles here, okay? And you're gonna take your right leg down. I don't care how far down you go. I just care about how active are your core muscles, okay? And take the other leg down. And also check your upper body. Notice any tension on your upper body, on your shoulders, your neck, or your jaw. And try to keep them relaxed. So if your legs are bent, you just keep them bent here, okay? Don't have to have them straight if this is too much for you. Okay, now we're going to try to do both legs at the same time. So you can take them, if they are bent, you can take them slightly into the chest, and then you see how far down you can go comfortably using your abs, your core, okay? And then you take them back. So you stay there, okay? You might be able to go farther down. If you want to work harder, you have your legs straight, same thing. Notice your shoulders, your upper body. When you feel that they start tensing, take your legs back, okay? Use just the muscles on your center. We do 2 more times. And one last one. Okay, fantastic. Bend the knees in the chest again. Rock. And we're gonna prepare for a crisscross now, okay? So we're gonna clasp the hands again behind the head and take the legs to a tabletop position. On the out breath, you take the right shoulder towards the left knee. If it's okay for you, you extend the same leg out at the same time and then fence, breathe in and breathe out, switch legs and fence and switch and fence and switch and fence. Good. Shoulder to knee, no elbow to knee. Shoulder towards the knee. That's it, good. Okay, and now we're gonna, first thing we're gonna switch, 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 and last one, switch, lovely, and release. Knees on the chest, good, squeeze, release, a few times. And make circles around the table. And reverse. Okay, hands behind the thighs. We're gonna roll up to sitting again. Okay, so we're gonna do a spine twist. So open your legs here. So you can keep them slightly bent if you need to in order to keep your spine tall. Okay, so try to keep your spine nice and tall. So if you can put your hands behind the head, that's fine. If this is uncomfortable for you, you maybe keep them just on your shoulders. Okay, that's the modification. So on the out breath, we're gonna twist to one side and exhale for 2. Center and center, center, and for 2. 1, 2, center. 1, 2. Try to keep your elbows nice and wide. And center one more time on its side. And 1, 2, and center. This time we twist to one side and we take the elbow towards the knee, bending the spine, and then release. The twist to the other side and take the elbow to the knee and center. The twist, elbow to knee and center. Carry on, twist, elbow to knee and center. One more time on its side. And last one. And center. Close your legs. Elbows slightly in. Take your head down and towards your knees. Pulling the neck, stretching the spine. And release. Okay, so we prepare for a side plank now. Okay, so going on the sides again. We're gonna do a low side plank, and I'm gonna give you options. I'm gonna give you 3 different options. Okay, so elbow is gonna be below the shoulder, sole of the feet in alignment with the bottom. So option 1, beginners, those who want to take it easy. On the out breath, to take the arm up, and you lift the rib cage up here, pushing the waist up at the same time, okay? So I want you to feel your waist muscles working there, and then you just release down, and then again you push up. You can keep the hips down, okay? So that's the beginner's option. If you want to work a bit harder, you're gonna leave your hips up at the same time, okay? And then you go down, and then you press back up, okay? So you go down, and you press back up. And if you want to work slightly harder, you're gonna have your legs straight and you're gonna go up and then you drop and you go back up, okay? And carry on. I want you to feel muscles, the obliques, muscles on the sides, your body around the waist working. That's lovely. On the next one, we're gonna hold the position. Hold it there. Take the gaze down to the floor and take your gaze up to the ceiling. Down to the floor, up to the ceiling. And again, down to the floor and gaze up to the ceiling and lengthen and release down. Okay, lovely. We're gonna lie down on our front. And we're gonna prepare for a dart. So our arms are gonna be down by your hips, palms facing your body. Try to keep your legs together if possible. And on the out breath, we're gonna start to draw the shoulders back and down and lift your chest up. And then breathe in as you release. So breathe out, shoulders back and down, chest up, and breathe in as you release. So shoulders back and down, chest up, and release. Exhale. And release. Good. 2 more. And release. And 1 more. Reaching away through your fingers. And then release down. Okay. And we prepare for the side plank, low side plank on the other side. So go to the other side. Find the position you want to work. Make sure your elbow is right below the shoulder, head in alignment with the spine. So knees can be bent, okay, or straight. So when you're ready, just the waist up for some of you beginners, and then you drop it down, or you take the waist and the hips up, and then you just lower the waist down and push back up. Okay, just stay there. Knees can be bent or straight. And on the next one, we're gonna hold it up, hold it there, and take your gaze down to the floor and up to the ceiling, and down to the floor and up to the ceiling. One more time, down to the floor and up to the ceiling. Lovely release. Great, and we're gonna lie down on our front again. And that's the same starting position as before. Arms by the sides, legs together. So this time, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna lift the chest up, drawing the shoulders down. And from here, on the out breath, we're gonna start sliding one hand along the leg. So you bend the spine. So you shorten one side and you lengthen the other side of the body, and then release, breathe in. And breathe out, shorten one side and lengthen the other side and release. And again, shortening one side, lengthening the other side and release. We're gonna do one more time on each side. That's lovely. And then release, make a pillow with your hands, drop your hips. Okay, so we're gonna look towards one side, towards the right, and grab your left ankle. And if you cannot grab the ankle, you can try to grab your trousers, so you can have just your leg bent. And then we're gonna look to the left and grab your right ankle. Straighten there. Okay, lovely. We're gonna try to grab both ankles now. Head down on the floor. And you can just work here on the outward. Just try to press the pelvis down. As you slightly lift your knees off the floor, okay? I'm trying to get The heels closer to your bottom if possible. Okay, now as you press the pelvis down, take the chest up and hold the position there. Only if this is okay for you, otherwise have a rest. And then release down. That's lovely. Okay, place your hands below the shoulders. Lift the head up, breathe in, breathe out, push up. All fours position. So cat-cow stretch and the out press. You're gonna tuck the tailbone under and round the spine, looking down towards the belly. Breathe in, arch the back. Breathe out as you round. Breathe in as you arch. Breathe out as you round, looking down towards your belly. Breathe in, dropping the belly down. Look up and one more time. And drop the belly down. Lovely. So from here, place one hand in front of the other, right in front, okay? And then you're gonna sit on the heels. So you feel the stretch all along the side of the body, one of the sides of your body. And stay there. And release. Okay, now you will place the other hand in front and sit on your heels. And now feel the stretch along the other side of your body. Stay there. And come back to your old fours. Okay, yes, sit on your heels now. Drop the head down. You can take your arms by your side with your palms facing up. A few deep breaths here. And then the next breath, roll yourself up. We're gonna finish with a mermaid exercise. So we're gonna come to the front again. And if it's okay for you, you're gonna have your right leg bent forwards, your left leg bent backwards, okay? And you're gonna try to sit straight with both sitting bones touching the mat, okay? Lengthen up to the crown of the head. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can take this leg forwards maybe, okay? Or you can just find a cross leg position like we did in the beginning, okay? So try to feel comfortable. Good, and then you're gonna take your left arm up, breathe in, and on the breathe out, just slide your right arm, bend the elbow, and stretch here and length. Okay, we're gonna float both arms up, breathe in, and breathe out, bending on the other direction. Good, so breathe in, and breathe out, slide and bend the elbow. Good, breathe in, and breathe out. That's lovely, just one more time. Here, both sides, stretching and stretching on the other direction. Lovely, and float the arm down. We're gonna change the position of the legs. Okay, again, ground yourself, both sitting bones in contact with the floor, shoulders down, lengthening up. So this time, you float your right arm up, breathe in, breathe out, slide, bend the elbow, stretch, good, breathe in, and breathe out. Lovely. And one more time on each side. And floating, stretching, lovely. And just float your arm down. Find a cross leg position. We're gonna take a few moments here to relax again. Same starting position that in the beginning. Round yourself down again, shoulders relax. Come back to your breathing. Just take a few moments to feel your body. Feel Any difference from the beginning of the class? And stay your head from one side to the other. And from one side to the other side. Okay, back to center. And we're gonna place your left hand on your head and take the ear towards the shoulder, just stretching neck. And release. And we do the other side, stretching. And release. Okay, so this is all for today. Thank you very much for joining the class today. Lovely. Well done, everyone. Great.